Hello there and welcome back. In this video we are going to talk about f-strings, tuples and basically dictionaries in Python. So f-strings are a pretty neat and fancy way to build up your own strings with the help of variables. So let's say our a variable is equal to 1 and the b is equal to 2. Now you could create an f-string by saying that a is equal to a and b is equal to b. Let's keep the white space here, and that would just simply substitute the values here. And this is like no magic trick, it's just a simple variable substitution. So what happens when you have a dictionary, and inside this dictionary you define a colon 0 and b colon 3. You could also substitute this dictionary with the help of the f-strings, and you would get this following result. Now what I would like to show you is that I had a task to create a monitoring script, and this monitoring script would try to figure out if we had any errors in our SLA reporting system for availability data. So it's like a simple CSV file, and for each system we get device name and the percentage of availability, and we want to ensure that if that environment has 5 systems, then we get the data for all the 5 systems for every single day. And if there is anything missing, then what will happen is that this monitor script will notify us that it had found that the following values are not there or missing for specific systems. So now we will have the result variable, which is going to be a dictionary. And basically this dictionary will look like this. So we have the prod. Let's say we didn't have any errors. We have the dev. Let's say we had 10 errors. And we have the test where we had 30 errors. Now I want to create an f-string, and it will be the subject of the email that we are sending. So the result of availability monitoring is. So this is just a short summary subject. And the first thing that came to my mind was that I say that the result prod would show us the number of errors the prod systems had, and the dev should also look like this. Hold on. So result dev, and finally we would have the string for the test systems as well. So result and test. So this would be the subject of my email. But what happens if we move this script to an environment where we have Q&A and other type of environments, and this dictionary is not this specific size, or we only have just prod and Q&A. So you get the idea. We want to make sure, or I wanted to make sure that the string or the subject of my email is built up dynamically. So the first thing that happened is that I wanted to iterate over this dictionary, and you can use this one-liner to iterate your dictionary, and this will create a tuple. So what would we like to do here? What we need is that we want to transform these tuples into the string, and colon the number. So the first problem here is that the f string is not going to be nice about having numbers here, so we need to convert these to strings to ensure that we have the appropriate output. And what we would like to do now is to create our tuple-ish output. And basically what we would like to do is to iterate over each and every element in the tuple and concatenate them after converting them to string with the colon. So it looks something like this, but it would be a string. And in order to do that, what comes to my mind is that, let's say we just experiment on this tuple, so call it t, and what we could do is to create like this join function or one-liner, and we would pass this the tuple, and we say that we take the string x, and the string x is whatever we have in the t, and this results in this appropriate output. So now what we can do here is to go back and replace this statement that we have here, the underscore, with this one, and we modify the t to underscore. And there we go, we have this list with the appropriate strings. Now the one last thing that needs to be done is to join this list. Hold on, join this list with the comma whitespace dot join function. Alright, now we can forget about the size of this dictionary. It doesn't matter if it has 5 elements, 10 elements, 100 elements, it will appropriately concatenate it. And the last thing that we have to do is to go back to our original string and reduce this size. So we would like to use the f string to print out this. And as you can see, now the subject is dynamically built based on the amount of elements in our dictionary. So I hope this had been informative to you, and see you in the next one.